Hi guys, Beans here, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I'd do another short video on iRacing, as the last one was met with an overwhelming amount of activity for us. And with this race being our ticket out of the rookie leagues here at Lime Rock, I'm starting from the pits. And that is to progress out of the rookies. I needed a clean race with minimal incidents to gain as much safety rating as possible. I'm not focused too much on the I rating yet, as I'm sure in the future that will progress naturally. And with this being a split 3 out of 11 lobbies with an average strength of field of 1.4k, I couldn't actually believe that I was put in this lobby. Most of the drivers were in D class or C class license ranks, let alone to have car number 2. I'm not sure how the rookie licenses work on iRacing, but maybe it's down to our previous rookie races. Who knows? It's all fun to learn how things work in the background. And as always, bit of carnage in the chicane. We've learnt from our previous race, this seems to be a crashing hotspot, and not just on lap 1. As we pass 2 cars for the chicane, heading into the top right hander, as a slight lift off is needed here. One car spins, hits the barrier, and the other one can't avoid. We've managed to slow down enough and avoid the crash, but we've picked up an off track annoyingly. You know, a bit of a harsh one, if I'm honest. I had nowhere to go really, but the game doesn't see that, it just sees me go off the track. Certainly an eventful opening lap here at Lime Rock. A lot of action for such a short lap time. Fast forward into when we catch Christopher. We certainly were quicker around here, but the question is, when is there going to be an opportunity to pass? Had to slightly lift so I didn't go into the back of him, but the only real opportunity to pass on this track is definitely on the main straight. But for that, we'd need to get a really good run at the final turn. So for that, we're going to need to wait patiently, not overdrive the car, just try and stick with the rear, and then down the main straight, try and get some slipstream. So heading into the final turn, we managed to open up that corner much more than Chris, giving us more exit speed as he sticks to the outside line, not defending the inside, which, fair enough, if someone's much quicker than me, I very rarely put up a fight. Unless it was the last lap, of course, but we managed to go down the inside, we nail our braking point, and we carry on to try and catch the other cars up ahead. However, with that being said, I'm not that fussed on where I finish in this race. The main goal is to minimise the incident points and boost our safety rating. We're focusing more on safety rating, as before I even thought about making a video on iRacing, I'd purchased a month membership, a few tracks, the Clio Cup car and the Dallara F3, only to be humbled by these iRacing restrictions. So for now at least, the main goal is to progress at least up to C class. Maybe not as quickly as possible, as I've seen the Dallara F3 Championship races and they look like a lot of fun. But with our main focus of this channel being Assetto Corsa Competizione and the LFM platform, I'm happy to take my time. I'm happy to learn the new tracks, learn new cars, and if I'm honest, the Toyota GT86s, they look pretty fun too. I think they're just a little bit quicker than these MX-5s, but I've yet to test drive one on here. Skipping to the halfway point of this race, we've been consistent, we've had 0 incidents, but the only car we have caught is actually a backmarker. He was the one who went off in turn 2. Not sure what happened to him, but if I'm honest, he definitely had good pace around here, much like the rest of this lobby to be fair. I keep wanting to call it a rookie lobby, but it was definitely anything but. I was one of 2 rookies in this race, and the last one standing. The other one was unfortunate, crashed out and left the lobby. As the backmarker kindly lets us go, we can see 2 cars up the road, but they were 4.5 seconds away. But due to their battling, they were slowing each other down, which for us isn't a bad thing. It will eventually allow us to potentially join in as we finish lap 11. Skipping further ahead into the race, we've managed to take a second out of the cars, but with 5 laps left to go, I'd need to put in some blinding laps to catch the group up ahead. Or I'd need them to be extremely unlucky. You know, these guys had been battling hard for the past 12 laps, and not one of them has made a single mistake. Unlike I did, by going on the grass. Luckily, we managed to keep the car facing forward, but we've picked up another incident point. But overall, I was happy with how this race was going. Certainly was a test, and it's an insight to what is to come once we progress in iRacing. I certainly am starting to really enjoy this game, and after testing the waters, I will definitely be racing more on this platform in the future. So fast forwards, going into the chicane with 2 and a bit laps left to go, I've not really made much of a dent in the gap between me and the group up ahead. but as we head around the right-hander, we get a call for a slow car up ahead. Now, this is not an ideal place to have a slow car, as it's a blind summit and you can't see over. So I sort of placed the car in the middle of the track, hoping I'd have time to react to either go right or go left. Thankfully, it didn't end in misery, and thanks to him for sticking to one side, instead of thinking, oh no, I'm on the racing line, I've got to dart to the other side of the track, which I've had happen to me in the last race. And it's a shame really for this guy, you know, he was battling well for the last 10 laps at least. Not entirely sure what happened, whether it was just a racing incident or what, but there was no animosity between the two, there was no swearing at each other, there was no putting one at blame, so it might have just been a racing incident, but it's very unfortunate for that guy because that's his race pretty much over now. As we make our way around the last sector on our last lap here, we've only had 2 incidents, both being off tracks. One was definitely our fault, the other not so much. We're bringing it home in P5. But that's going to conclude today's video. The next video we upload will be our LFM sprint race, as the season is now up and running. And our first race is at Barcelona, at Catalunya, which, to be fair, I'm actually looking forward to. I've not done many laps there in terms of racing, so it should be exciting. If you guys like the video, as always, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe so you catch the next one. That's it from me. Take care, guys. See ya.